Delighted 1-0 victory here at Dover. Difficult place to come, but ground out a good, important victory.
Yeah, it's a massively important result for us. For all the reasons that we know, the travelling and how difficult it is to get results down here. They're a very direct side, and they keep asking you question after question after question. So you've got to be able to stand up to that, and then you've got to show the quality on the other side of that when you get it back to try and get a result here. It's a difficult place to come. So. Long way from home, but delighted with a valuable 3 points.
Wasn't a game of plentiful chances, but when that ball fell to Andy Cook, you knew it was going to end up in the back of the net.
I have to disagree with you, Paul. I think we had 5 clear 1v1 chances with the goalkeeper, so I think it's important that I represent the lads properly and I make sure that people who weren't here know. We had 5 clear 1v1s that we would on another day disappointed by the quality of players that we've got not to take them. But the battling quality is right all the way right through the team, and the fighting spirit and the togetherness to come down here and get a result. We've been away from home now for it feels like a long time. To get a result is very important. The backing that we got from the fans was nothing short of magnificent, and again, as a group, fans included, we deserved a very valuable 3 points.
After the disappointment of the postponement first time round, how pleasing is it to come and do the job second time round?
Well, that didn't have any bearing on what we did. We're professionals at the end of the day. The most disappointed I was about for the guy who's walked here in the first game. That was devastating. You know, that really was. That was devastating. But I would credit to him for that, and hopefully he gets a wee bit of joy at the result for us. But I was thinking about him, and I thought that was disappointing. But listen, it's a massive result for us. We're really pleased to get that result. It was important that we keep the momentum going, and that's all we can do.
As you say, important to keep winning games and putting the pressure on Macclesfield to get those points that they need.
I can be honest and say I really have no thoughts on anybody but ourselves. We just have to keep winning, regardless. It's Tranmere. You've just got to keep winning games. I keep saying that all the time, and that really is where my mentality is. We just got to keep being good at whatever the game asks us. We've got to keep picking up results, and then where that takes us, who knows, but we just got to keep going.
No Ben Tart this evening. What's the diagnosis of his scan?
He's done his knee ligaments again, so this season will be over now, which is sad. Tough one for him. The only bonus that we got, if there is one out of it, it isn't as serious and it isn't the old injury, it's another one, so he should hopefully, fingers crossed, God willing, if there is football and gods, that boy deserves some luck and good fortune, and I hope he gets it. But things go the right way, he should be back for pre-season, so that'll definitely what the boy deserves.
On the positive side, you've got the likes of Josh Shinelli and Lionel Cole, who came back into the side and looked like he'd never been away.
Yeah, did great for us. Again, had a role to fulfil for us, because we kind of knew what the jobs were going to be again. Into a man, they stuck to that. They stuck to the roles. The game management was superb. They kept calm and quite a feisty physical game at times. We're just pleased to get the result.
Plenty of high balls going into the Rovers penalty area, but how pleased were you with the likes of McNulty and Sutton just heading everything away?
Brilliant, they all were. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever seen so many direct balls in such a long time. That's what makes it so difficult. There's no right and wrong way to play football. That's just the questions that you get asked. So you had to stand up to that, knowing that every ball was going to get played forward, every ball was going to get played right on top of your back four. Starting position have got to be right. You've got to win the first headers and pick your knockdowns up, and then be good from there. And the boys were.
And so far away from home, great backing once again from the fans, making plenty of noise and coming down in plenty of numbers as well.
Brilliant. I mean, you wouldn't, unless you knew where Tranmere was, you wouldn't understand the sacrifices and the money that they pay to come and watch us all the time. So we remind the players of that all the time, and we make sure that we get and represent them properly and go and fight for them, and I'm sure that they will have a good trip home, and hopefully they'll go home safely.
A long journey home, but 3 points makes it all the more satisfying.
Well, that's what we came for, didn't we? And we're very professional, so we'll get the boys dusted down. We'll get home in the not too distant future. We've been away for a long time, but it'll be nice to get back up the road. But like you say, Paul, a very valuable 3 points in a difficult place.
2 wins against 2 teams in the top half involved in the playoffs? Have we shown our promotion credentials to them?
Well, I don't know about that. We've shown that we can beat anybody on our day if we concentrate on the jobs that we know that we have to be good at. We know that we maybe in the past have been a wee bit guilty of maybe not concentrating over 93, 94 minutes and seeing every moment as important and being punished for that. So hopefully we've learned the lesson with that, and as you could see, every moment the players took seriously and never tried to cut a corner. They made sure that they're trying to represent the team well in all the moments, and that's what's getting us results.
You mentioned Sutton and Steve McNulty tonight. I actually thought quite a few of the guys won their individual battles, and I would argue the point that if you win majority of your individual battles, 9 out of 10 you'll come out on top at the end of a game.
Yeah, I agree with that, and that's something in football that always is said. If more of your players win their individual battles, whatever that is in every game, because they're all different, then you give yourself a massive chance of getting the result. And I would say we came out on top in an awful lot of areas today, so really pleased with that.